everybody. Welcome to the Five Pods of Xmas. I am digital media editor Warren Fry, and today I have with me,
Angela Gismondi. I'm staff writer for the Daily Commercial News.
and we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about all week, which is what were the big things you covered in 2022, and what are you looking forward to covering in 2023. So take it away, Angela.
Yeah, so I've been talking to stakeholders in Ontario this week, asking them about the biggest issues they faced in 2022. And the big thing is the labor shortages and the supply and material shortages, inflation, and how all those factors are kind of coming together and impacting projects. It's not really surprising. Everybody's talking about that these days. The sense that I got is that there's a lot of uncertainty as we head into 2023. So, they're wondering what it's going to be like, if it's going to get worse or get better, how these factors are going to impact the industry overall. Are there going to be projects that are delayed or canceled? So there's definitely a real focus on that in the industry right now, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out next year. In terms of some of the solutions that they're suggesting to addressing the problem, there seems to be a consensus among a few of them that immigration and getting skilled immigrants to fill these positions will help address the problem. So a few of them have said that, and that's they'll be working with governments next year on that in the new year to get that going. So that'll be interesting to see.
And another thing is we ran a couple features, women in construction, and you did the lion's share of work on those. So maybe you could, do these tie together? Is there more women working in the trades, and is that helping?
I think it definitely ties together. I've been focusing not only on women in construction, but also getting underrepresented groups into construction. And so, that's obviously, if that can be done, that's going to help with the labor shortages that we're experiencing right now. The DCN also celebrated its 95th anniversary this year.
Yes.
So that was a big deal. The story I wrote was speaking to past writers and editors, and I thought it was really interesting learning about, the history, not just from my story, but from other writers' stories as well, in those 95th special editions, to see how things were done in the past and the way we've evolved and changed. And I feel like I learned a lot from just that series in particular. Another focus of mine has been safety. So I wrote a lot about that. And the housing crisis and the push to get those 1.5 million new homes built in the next decade, as promised by the Ontario government. That's been a big thing in the industry as well. So I've been covering that a lot. There's been a lot of movement happening on that front. New measures are being announced, almost every week. So we've been trying to stay on top of that as well.
And what do you think is, I mean, this is kind of a tough question to answer, but what do you think is going to be the big story of 2023, or what are you more accurately looking forward to covering in 2023 you think is looming on the horizon?
I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to covering it, but I do understand that there may be a rough patch ahead for the industry. That's what everyone seems to be alluding to. So I'm interested to see if that actually does occur, or if we, can somehow escape past that. I think that'll be interesting. And I'm also, I have been, one thing I'm looking forward to, something I've been doing in the past few months, is going back to in-person events. So that started happening last year, but really picked up this fall with conferences and awards dinners and things like that. And it's nice to see people and speak to people in person again. And the events are really well attended. So obviously the industry feels that going to these things in person is important as well.
And on that happy note, thanks for joining us, Angela, and good luck with 2023.
Thanks, Warren. You too.